Hey guys, JesseMorrell here. I'm in Canada with my family. You can see them, well, at least two of my kids in the background. They're trying to build a little igloo in the snow. And I wanted to share something I posted on Facebook the other day that I think is very important. And it's things that I teach my kids, ideas I try and develop in their mind. Something that I really hate and detest is an entitlement attitude. It holds people back and it cripples them. And the sooner that this generation learns that life doesn't owe you anything, then the better. Because if you want something out of life, you have to earn it. You have to work for it, and you have to deserve it. And you can't blame other people for not being where you want to be in life. You need to take responsibility for your life. Make your own goals and then work towards them. Problems will come, but don't give up and don't quit. Overcome obstacles. Life will never be free of problems. So you need to learn to become a master problem solver. And you can actually turn every problem into an opportunity. So you need to persevere and just never surrender to the hardships of life. And don't look at other people and see what they have and covet it, whether it's a nice family or a nice house or a nice business. Instead, just learn how did they get there. Don't covet what they have. Ask what did they do to get there. Because if you know what other people know, then you can do what other people do. So life is a constant lesson. And how you choose to learn the lessons determines the condition or the quality of your life. So you need to learn to learn. Love learning, or else you're really just hating yourself. And so this isn't like a theological video. It's not a spiritual video. It's really just practical about life. One of the things I wanted out of life personally was a happy family. But life didn't give that to me. I grew up in a broken home. It was an unstable home. You had people that were coming and going, half brothers and half sisters that were in my life that weren't in my life, and step family that was around and then wasn't. I had a very broken, unstable home. I grew up without a father, that sort of thing. So I wanted a happy family, but life didn't give it to me. I grew up that way, and that's just the way it is. But, so family was a source of a lot of heartache, a lot of grief, a lot of pain. And I saw other kids who had a father, they had a mother, they had parents who, guided them throughout life. They lived in a nice neighborhood. And, I just didn't have that. I didn't. But I knew that one day I would have my own family. And when I was addicted to drugs and alcohol and I was going in and out of jail, I realized that, this road is leading to the grave and to a broken life and to, hell. And I realized where my life was taking me. So I decided to change my life. I cried out to God for help. I always wanted a wife and kids and a nice home. And that was actually one of my motivations for getting clean and sober initially. I wanted a happy home and a wife and kids. Now, here I am 16 years later. And I have a wonderful wife and, very precious children and really an extraordinarily happy home, especially because Christ is the center of our home. And we want to honor him and please him and live sin-free. But life didn't just give me a happy home. I had to overcome problems and, doing that with the help of God. I had to make goals and I had to work towards them, to have a vision and then to execute a plan to accomplish that. And so you can't just sit back and take whatever life gives you. God has given us the ability, the power to create and to make our own life. Your future is open. Your character is yours to determine. Your future is yours to make and to create. And so you need to plan it according to the good will of God. So the lesson to learn here is really about free will and responsibility, that you are who you choose to be and your life is what you make it. And of course, ultimately, you're accountable to God for the life that you choose and for the life that you create. And so this entitlement attitude, it holds people back, it cripples them. You need to take 100% responsibility for your life. And if you want something, you have to work for it. You have to earn it and deserve it. You have to go after it. You have to pursue it. And don't expect life to just give you everything that you want. And so this was just a little exhortation to you guys. These are things that I teach my kids, and I hope that you'll teach your kids about life as well, responsibility and free will and those sort of things. So God bless you guys.